What's up, everybody? How's it going? Austin Prechtel, Prechtelve Performance, coming at you live. Coming at you live. Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. Happy winning Wednesday. As you guys tune in, let me know a win that you had today or this week. I want to hear about it. I want to hear about it because it's important that we celebrate our wins. Because when we celebrate our wins, that just reinforces like positive thinking, gratitudes, and staying in that positive momentum. So yeah, guys, I hope that you are having an amazing day so far. Sorry, I was trying to get some shit figured out with my screen here, but we're good. We're good. So yeah, guys, this is a little bit later than usual. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't want to go live today because I feel kind of crappy. I'm probably gonna be taking a rest day tomorrow, if I'm being honest, because I'm feeling a little bit worn out. Maybe I pushed myself a little bit too hard these last couple of days, getting things going for the challenge, but that's okay. I'm gonna rest up. I'm gonna make sure that I'm feeling golden for next week because I'm super fucking excited for it. If you guys haven't done so yet, what's up, Leah? What's up? If you guys haven't done it yet or applied yet, I encourage you to apply for the challenge. Again, I probably should have put it in the description, but I'll just make an edit afterwards so that way you guys can see it. But yeah, guys, sometimes, you're not going to feel like showing up for yourself. And that's going to be kind of what I'm going to be talking about a little bit today on this live because I sure as hell did not want to. I didn't want to do stuff today. I don't feel very good right now, but that's okay. But yeah, before I jump into that though, I just wanted to talk about some, I guess, announcements in regards to the challenge and some other stuff. But guess what? We're already at over 20 people for the challenge, which is pretty freaking sweet since it's been less than 24 hours since we announced it. Well, maybe a little bit over 24. It's only been like a day since we announced it, which is awesome. I think we might end up breaking the record in terms of people joining, so I'm pretty fucking stoked about that. So yeah, if you haven't yet, go apply, go to the post, or I'm gonna put the link in the description after this live, so that way you guys can see it. But go apply. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, yeah, 20 already. It's crazy. There's already 20 people that are joining the challenge, so it's gonna be pretty sweet. And if you haven't done it yet, like I said, go freaking do it. Learn some cool shit about fitness, nutrition. Have a good time. Have some good workouts. Join in the camaraderie of learning about this shit and having a place to talk about your fitness goals and shit like that. It's gonna be fun as fuck. So, but yeah, so some things that I'm gonna talk about are I'm gonna be actually just like as a quick announcement. My plans for June are gonna be pretty cool. I'm actually thinking about coming out with a podcast, which I'm excited about. I don't know what form it's gonna take. It's probably gonna be involved with some of these lives that I do, but also some special kind of like exclusive lives that I'm going to be doing on there for the podcast. But I challenge you guys to come out with some cool names, some fun names. Think of some names. I've been thinking about some, but if you can think of a name for a podcast that would fit the description of me and what I'm about and what I do, feel free to comment it or send me a message of what you think would be a good name for a podcast. I'm always open to ideas. But yeah, so cool, guys. Today we're gonna be talking about sometimes you're not gonna feel like showing up for yourself. Like honestly, like if you can tell from how I sound right now, I'm not exactly the most energetic right now. I feel pretty damn run down, not mentally by any means, just physically. Just like phys- fitness and expletives. Fuck yeah. But you guys, like I feel physically kind of run down. I didn't feel super bad. Let's fucking go. You're killing me, Leah. That's good. Um, but I didn't feel like showing up today. Like I woke up, I felt like ass. If I'm being honest, I feel pretty crappy right now. And there was a lot of shit to do today in terms of getting stuff done for this challenge, in terms of getting things set up. And I was like, well, shit. I also got to work out. I also got to take my kid to school. I also got to do all this other stuff and meal prep and eat properly and blah, 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 blah. And there's all these things happening. And yeah, and it's just like, there's so much shit going on and I feel like crap. I don't really want to do all this stuff. I don't really feel like showing up for myself. And the truth of the matter is like, guys, like sometimes you're going to feel like not doing anything. Like sometimes you're not going to want to do any of the stuff that you're supposed to do that day, especially in regards to your fitness and nutrition goals. But you know what? At the end of the day, your goals don't fucking care about any of that shit. Your goals don't care if you feel like it or not. Your goals don't care if you had a bad day at work, or you're in a fight with your spouse, or your kid's being a little hellion and he's being a jerk to you all the time, which seems to be a reoccurring theme for me lately because my kid is has flipped the switch and is now a big time mama's boy, and doesn't want and doesn't like me anymore, I guess. But that's okay because it'll change, I'm sure. It's just a phase, I hope. And so, just things like that are gonna, throw you off. You're try and throw you off your momentum and try to, like every day is not gonna be perfect, right? It's not gonna be perfect. It's not supposed to be perfect. Like that's not how real life is. But just because real life sucks sometimes, or real life isn't ideal, or real life, kind of makes you feel like crap sometimes because your kid's being mean to you, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter at the end of the day because none of those things, like, your goals don't care about any of that shit. Your goals don't care about any of that. Your goals are very, like, you do the work or you don't, kind of like like black and white, like, reality of things. Like, like either you make progress towards your goals or you make progress away from your goals. Either it's conducive to your goals or it's going to have a negative impact on your goals. And at the end of the day, like I talk about a lot, like, something is better than nothing because if you, are putting at least even just like 1%, that's why I say 1% better each day. Strive to be at least 1% better each day. And maybe that 1% better has to do with being 1% better at your worst, right? Maybe being 1% better at functioning and working towards your goals when you're feeling like shit, right? Like, that 1% better when you're feeling like shit is gonna, like, it adds up over time. And so that's what I'm talking about here today. Like your goals don't care if you don't feel like it. There's all of these, like, maybe this happened, maybe that happened, maybe whatever happened. But at the end of the day, you either did the work or you didn't do the work. And I'm gonna be honest, like, sometimes it's gonna be fucking hard. Like it's gonna be really fucking hard. Like some days you're gonna feel like not doing any of that shit. And sometimes it's okay. Like if you're having like some mental health issues or something like that, like sometimes it's okay to take a break and put it on pause and things like that. But for me, even like I've noticed for myself, like, even compared to a couple of years ago, like I am way more like disciplined, which is a key word here, that discipline at doing a lot of these things, even when I don't feel like it, right? Even if I'm having a bad mental health day, even if I am sick, even if I'm feeling run down, even if, all these negative things happen to me that day, I'm still doing and putting in the work because I've, forged this like level of mental toughness, that, that is goes hand in hand with that discipline, that carries me through those moments, where my goals don't care if I'm feeling like that at all. And so, for you guys, at the end of the day, focusing on building these habits, focusing on building this discipline, focusing on, building these things that are almost like a, well, like second nature or first nature or whatever you want to call it, like breathing, or brushing your teeth or whatever it may be. These things are going to carry you through these rough patches. These things are going to carry you through on these days where like you feel like ass. Like, like I feel like ass right now. But I was like, what? I gotta go live. Like I'm mentally, I'm feeling good right now. Like physically, I feel like shit, but that's okay. I can still talk even though I feel like crap. And so, showing up for yourself, that reinforces that the next time you feel like crap or something bad happened or you had a bad day, like that you're still going to do the things even if you don't feel like it. And so that's why it's so important to show up for yourself on these days, even when you don't feel like it. And honestly, you know, like you're gonna have a lot of these days sometimes. Like obviously you're gonna have more good days than bad days for the most part, but you're gonna have a lot of these days. So you better get fucking prepared to deal with them properly and deal with them in a way that's conducive towards your goals, or at the very least, not destructive. Yeah. So, and you know what? Like I still worked out this morning. I still, I'm doing this live right now. I've been getting shit prepared for the challenge and things like that. And I'm on point with my nutrition, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm down like 8 pounds, in the last like month. So, this cut's going pretty well, if I do say so myself. So it's been going pretty good. So you know what? And at the end of the day, it's that consistency. It's that discipline. Like, don't rely solely on motivation. Motivation sucks. Like, motivation feels good when it's happening, but motivation sucks. It's a very very like trap door in a sense where you feel like you're on top of the fucking world, but if you're doing everything like based off of motivation and you don't have any like you don't have a foundation underneath you built on that discipline, built on these habits and these skills that you're developing for when you don't feel like it, the second that you feel like shit, that trap door is going to open. You're going to fall through the floor and you're going to be like, what the fuck happened? Like, why aren't I doing the shit that I'm supposed to be doing? It's because you didn't form discipline. It's because you were relying solely on that motivation. So, and guess what? Discipline takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. Just like with your fitness and nutrition goals, your mental and mindset and like discipline goals, and these skills, because it's all skills at the end of the day. Like that shit, it's going to take time to build up. It's going to take time to build up, guys. And some days it's going to be that threshold, or some days that level that it's up to, it's going to come up and down sometimes. But as long as you're working on building it up, it's going to be a hell of a lot higher than if you weren't trying to build it up at all. So yeah, fuck motivation. Go for discipline. Motivation's cool whenever you got it going on, and it's fun to ride that wave out as long as you're riding that wave out on a foundation of discipline. But don't let that be the sole thing that you rely on, because some days you're going to feel like it and some days you aren't. But your goals don't care if your goals don't care. Like, you're going to get what you put into it. You're going to get what you earn. That's something that I love about fitness and nutrition space. And honestly, like kind of like especially in the bodybuilding realm of things, and the same thing applies for like weight loss and things like that and body recomp. But like it is a literal like physical manifestation of the work that you are putting in towards your goal. Like, it's either happening for you or it's not, right? Either and so take it as you will. But like that's one of the things that I really appreciate about this space, and what goes into it. And you know what, and also something to mention, some people it's going to be harder than it is for other people. Like, that's life too. And the sooner that you accept that it might take you an extra month than it took somebody else to reach the same goal, the sooner you're going to actually get to that goal, because you're being realistic with yourself. You're being realistic with the reality of the situation. And I would rather be realistic and reach my goals than be unrealistic and feel like I'm failing all the time, right? So yeah, be realistic with yourself, be honest with yourself, show up for yourself. Don't rely solely on motivation. Kick some ass this week, even if you feel like shit. Obviously, don't go to the gym if you're sick. Prioritize rest. But yeah, if you're just having a bad day, show the fuck up for yourself this week. I challenge you, the next time this week, maybe it's in 5 minutes from now, maybe it's tomorrow, maybe it's this weekend. There's gonna come a time. It happens to all of us. Every fucking day we're presented with a challenge. The next challenge, or like the next like time adversity pops up into your life, don't just be like, fuck, I give up, I fail, like I'm not motivated right now. I challenge you to question that thinking that you're telling yourself, because you're telling yourself a story that this shit's happening, I can't do it. This shit's happening, I'm not going to be able to do this shit. Challenge that line of thought. Tell yourself, yeah, this shit sucks. Yeah, this shit's happening. Yeah, I'm having a bad day. But why can't I? All right? Why can't I show up for myself? Because at the end of the day, your goals don't care about it. So you either show up or you don't. That's my life for today, guys. Hope you got value from this. Hope that this was helpful. I appreciate you guys. Oh my gosh, all these comments I just saw. How's it going, Leah? How's it going? Oh my gosh, I love it. Plus Students Day. Capable next time. You're absolutely fit this ass in your pants podcast. Oh shit, I love that. That's awesome. Oh my gosh, dude, freaking badass. I love it. And you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. No, yeah, and at the end of the day, guys, like, even if it takes longer than it does, like if it takes longer for somebody else than another person, you guys are in completely different books. Like, don't compare your chapter 2 to somebody else's chapter 20 when they're not even the same fucking book, right? You guys are different books. And also, like, you're also not going to give half a shit if it took longer to get there. You're just going to be happy that you got there at the end of the day. Because this is a lifestyle. This is a journey. This is, we're doing this for sustainability, longevity, and lifestyle, right? So cool. Happy fucking Wednesday. Tell me a win in the comments. If you're watching this at a later time, if you're watching this right now, tell me a replay right now. Go apply for the challenge. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to be a lot more hyped up than I am right now. I just feel a little under the weather. If I can be this hyped up when I'm sick, just imagine how hyped up it's going to be whenever I'm coming in hot, hyped up on caffeine and shit. So other than that, guys, have a good Wednesday, a good winning Wednesday, and I'll talk to you all later. Peace, bye.